Amazing. That was brilliant.
Yeah, so I'm Isaac from Toadstool Tech and Infinite Digits, and this is the Ecto-Core. And so it's an algorithmic breakbeat sample mangler. It streams everything straight off an SD card in CD quality, and you can do all sorts of stuff. So you've got kind of a, here's a little DJ filter, but you've got this kind of Turing machine looping random sequencer for sequencing your slices, so you can get kind of weird little repeating patterns. Sample selection, of course. And then you've got your break knob, which just turns up the effects. We've got this little glyph system here on the Grimoire knob for like effects presets, so you can get all sorts of, you can like change the combination of effects that are happening. So if you only wanted to do like a delay, a beat repeat, and a time stretch, then you can get all that just on a different like kind of preset. You've got different banks, so you can put all sorts of stuff. And then a tap tempo as well, so if you want to get into kind of boom bap territory, kind of does that really nicely.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what sort of time stretching is it doing? Like
time stretching. So actually, it's really silly. It does an alternate. It had when you set up your samples on the computer, it actually makes two versions of the sample, one that's stretched and then one that's not. And so the time stretch effect actually just switches between those two.
Oh,
but
cool.
for the tempo, it's just a simple like pitch work. So when it gets faster, you kind of get a little bit of a, and then when you get slower.
Fantastic.
You can get these kind of fun looping patterns. It's really great with non-breaking material as well. So
You think they'll talk? You think they'll talk? You think they'll talk? Take a laptop, take a phone, and I can always replace them. People. You think they'll talk?
And we've got some other stuff like some Bavarian or Bulgarian singing. So you can use, if you have multiple of them in a set, it works great as like different kind of parts of your like set. So you can use them for vocal chops or for drums or whatever. You've also got this output here as a trigger output that does, basically when you're setting up your samples, this will work better on a drum sample. Basically it detects where the kicks and snare drums lie in your sample, and then it will output a trigger where it finds a kick and where it finds a snare. So you could beef up the module with like an external kick drum or like a snare drum module. And so, really good, or you could duck it with like a sidechain or something, and so.
Cool, and it originally started life as the Ecto-Core.
The Zepto-Core here. So this guy is a little bit, little pocket kind of thing, pocket operator type format. And so this is the same sound engine and same even setup tool, but available in kind of a more like desktop format, and it's battery powered and stuff. So, you know, you've got some AAAs. This is available now. You can get it from Thonk and Infinite Digits site, but if you want a modular version of that, that's what the Ecto-Core is.
Cool.
And
can that be broken out, do you think? Can that be like hacked and made into a larger module?
It'll be open source at some point, but we've got some plans for maybe some expanders and stuff so that we can add more controls to this, because the kind of focus is on algorithmic stuff. You know, it's not really like a tracker where you're kind of prescriptively programming all your effects and stuff. You're kind of surrendering to the machine and letting it go crazy, and so it's really good for kind of chaotic stuff.
Yeah, and it's kind of more fun that way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be really intuitive, you know, like you touch the knobs and it does stuff. You don't have to sit there programming stuff for ages. Yeah, exactly. You kind of just get like nice breakbeats, easy peasy. So, yeah, and it will come preloaded with all sorts of stuff. It's also got a clock output, so it's like easy to sync with like a divider. You can't quite see, you can see it on that LED cable there. So you can kind of get different sync. And then you've got sample CV, stereo, clock input, and yeah, our GUI tool's really nice too. If you put in a loop that's like a clean, nice loop that has, you know, the BPM of, it auto chops everything for you. It finds all the things and it formats them correctly. So it's super, super easy to just like get everything set up. Like you don't really have to fuck with it that much, you know?
Great,
and
man.
so,
yeah. Excellent. And it's a two-man operation.
Two-man operation. So yeah, it's Zach Scholl, Infinite Digits in the States, and then it's me, Isaac Hollander, Toadstool Tech, up in Glasgow. And so the Glasgow Synth Guild is going to be manufacturing them, and then they'll be distributed through Signal Sound, so they should be everywhere, you know, so you can get them easily.
Amazing. Well, they sound brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to sell a ton of them. People are going to go crazy to these.
We hope so.
Thank you so much,
yeah,
Isaac.
of course,
really
man.
appreciate it.
Cheers.